All right, welcome. We are live Thursday evening, 7 p.m. On the East Coast of the United States, and we have our fearless leader sitting in the sunshine. I see the sun's coming right through you, hitting you in the side of the face there.
It
Looking
is.
good, nice. The spring is coming.
I got Merlin here joining me with all of his help. Kitty cat help. Yeah, no, it's good. We're just getting the sunset because they switched the times, up on
Yes,
us. So yeah,
that's right.
yeah.
And
Sunny.
tonight, what's the big? I could just go a little off track right away. What's your thoughts on the lunar eclipse? I think that's tonight. It's going to be seen all through the country. What's give me your two
Uh,
cents on that one?
Eclipses definitely mark a time period. Like,
Hmm.
and since life is only about spiritual progress, and we're getting to the last eighth here,
Final stretch. Yeah.
the final stretch, you know, just kind of as a marker to what's
Hmm.
going on. I know I've been doing a lot of help out there with others in the spiritual field of my work. That's been really not easy, and yeah, I don't need to go into the details, but blood moon is, I think, an appropriate name for it and for the outcomes that's to come and coming right happening right now in front of me. So,
Yeah.
uh, it's just if people are really interested in to see the kind of progress, because this is a Christian loophole. You see what I'm saying? This is a yeah, hey, all this financial stuff, fantastic, fantastic, is true, but it is a spiritual loophole. That's why the IRS grants a status and all
Right.
this. So it's tied to the spiritual. So we find these events happening around us. We don't run them or anything like that, but we find ourselves, just the I don't want to say the victim, but we're the player in the game here, so we have to watch the signs and that they have meaning. And this one does, but I think when you hit kind of like a turning point, it can be very acute right then, but afterwards it kind of like comes off. You know what I mean? And then goes back to building up and so on. So
Hmm.
this seems like a big build up in that regard. And the spiritual is matched in this work. You should go look at Alan Poe's testimonial that he put up inside the classroom. It's really quite
Yeah.
stunning, for to have a 2-year battle of trying to get property tax exemption, and then use the spiritual side of the equation, in conjunction with all the paperwork and stuff like that, and completely find a solution, and they accept uh real estate tax exemption in that county and for that property. So it's really something to see all of it work together. It really is. There we go.
And Alan's here tonight. Says happy day. God bless us and all who join. Yes.
That's nice. And for the people working at the spiritually the highest level, they uses this work like Alan and his family. It's really quite a marker and on its own. So you look to the actions of what's going on and stuff like that, and you look to the heavens and you see as above so below, just like our opposite team says. You know what I'm saying? That's one of their sayings. So uh but the spiritual side of the equation is very important for us. With this, we're watched over by God. Nothing really happens to us. There can be turmoil and so on, but it goes away. So I think that's
Jason's in the house. Says hello. Um, I'm just going to run through a couple of these. I think you have an announcement,
see
which is
you,
pretty
Jason.
exciting. Blather Funnel, 8.5 years less as of 2 days ago.
Right, George. Thank you, George.
Pauletta, greetings.
Pauletta, God
Hello,
bless
hello.
you too.
Scott's in the house.
Oh,
Hello,
yeah, oh man.
Scott. Pamela. Yes, we got the whole Poe family. Hope
They
everyone's having an awesome day.
they had a week. Let me tell you.
Oh, he's got rain coming down in Columbia. How about that?
Probably warm rain though, so that's nice.
Andy F. Greetings, Jack, and everyone. February 27th, I paid to join the mentor program. This morning, I got a refund for $49 from Liberty Aid. No more access.
Right, because I said it was going to go up to 99 a month, and so that level of membership is just no more.
Doesn't exist anymore.
You can't like do something and then say, okay, I'm going to change the price. That or YouTube, it doesn't work that way. So what we did is we
Right.
moved all the videos over to the next level called mentorship. You just need to sign up again, and you got your refund. Like it didn't go all the way through because we like chopped it, and then we're like, okay, we're going to go over here. There's some new videos already put over there. One really important one financially is so on that really to George's point. So
Fortunately, my trust protects me from inclement weather.
weather is karma related. It's true. We're where we're supposed to be when we're supposed to be there. God puts us there somehow, and so it's in relation to our karma.
But this one's kind of a little bit of a lead into your big news for tonight, and that's
A whole bunch
very
of stuff.
exciting stuff.
It is. It's true. This this is a good point. I mean, this mentorship thing did switch over. I heard this from a couple of people, and I wanted to address it. This is what's going on. Just because it's unclear, you're like, hey, wait, I was joined. So we just moved the whole thing over. It's a little more money. I mean, there's a real backlog of incredible information and videos in there. Like you go in there for the month, you'll be very satisfied with your results in there. And last Monday of every month I go live,
Mhm.
and so a link is sent out to all the people with that membership, and you get in there and ask questions. Last time it was really such a good gig, and they stay in there, and you could see the past live ones. But I think what happened is over time people watch the live thing, oh hey,
Mhm.
uh and now they're all jumping in there with questions and thought it's really lively, and there's a lot going on, and there's a lot, we look at what's going on in our reality right now, the whole what how did I wrote down notes about it, but uh you know possible recession, possible calamity, right?
Mhm.
Black swan event. I've been saying for a long time, black swan event will happen. Even Elon Musk is like, hey, we could refund you. We're going to chop the government and give you a refund. Hey, he already said that, not like yesterday, but very recently. They haven't been doing
Yep.
this. So, a big part of that mentorship program is why I'm bringing this up, is about how to build credit for your trust. Because last time, we had EIDL, PPP. Our government's not intelligent or anything like that. They stick to the script. This worked. So, hey, we're going to bail ourselves out here right before the end times and give you a little golden age here so you don't, torch the buildings or whatever. We're moving out of them, actually. You can't come and torch the building because we're not even there. It's like, okay. Uh, so, what I'm saying is prepare for the next time. But EIDL and PPP is coming along. Because it's funny, very recently, I've been getting messages in the classroom. We have a classroom online, everyone. You get in there, it comes with being a student of the school. It's a lifetime thing. You're in there. All the topics are discussed already. Search bar, ask me questions. I'm in there. So, in there, a bunch of people, in relation to what I'm saying, in there, what was I just talking about? Sorry. Uh,
Well, in the mentor program, because it went from 47 to
No, no, no,
97.
no, 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 no. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. EIDL PPP. My bad. My bad.
Oh, yeah.
Uh, what I heard from a couple of people, a couple of students are like, how do I deal with my EIDL or PPP, whatever they have, right? Or an SBA loan? Yeah, it's in their person's name, and they don't want to mess up their credit score. Oh, you know what I mean? That's
Mhm.
not cool. So they feel obligated to pay on it. Whereas if you had it at PPP or whatever, EIDL or whatever they're going to call the next one, if you had that over on your trust, whatever, you would have just closed your trust. We teach you how to do it, and they would be collected. So it's important, to build this to be like, no, you can do it on your person. Yeah, but you don't want to do that.
Mhm.
You'll just, you could have messed up credit on your person, but it doesn't go over there from your trust, your LLC, what have you. It doesn't do that. Hasn't done it for me. I know I got, it's the IDL back there, and then just close down that trust and teach people how to do that, no problem. So you can already, this takes some months to do if you're really engaged in the process and have the time and so on. Otherwise, you just fit it in when you can. But it's not a lot of time, but you do a few things and then you're waiting for it to report. So actually, most of the time spent on this is waiting. It's just you do a couple little things and then you wait it for the credit report to be built on the trust or LLC, whatever your determination is you want to build credit for. I go over that. So it's important to start it soon, is what I'm saying, because if you can already see the black swan event, the build up for it, you don't want to be late to the game because you'll be like, oh, well, maybe I'll try it under my person. Oh, then you shot yourself in the foot, you see. So, plus, just generally,
Alan's saying he wants to join the show, so I did put the link in there. So anybody out there that has a question, you can obviously type it in. We'll address it. If you do want to join the show and show your face, you can click that link and jump right in. And here we go. I think Alan just needs to connect his mic and his camera, or at least his mic, before I can click you in. But I see he's trying. So, but there's the link if you want to try and jump into the show. We do have one question here if you want to address this one. I live in Florida. Yeah, Alan's coming in 1 second. I live in Florida, married with young children, rent a home, and home prices are far too high. I want to move back north. I feel stuck. I'm a realtor in New York. Hey. But painting homes now, Florida is so expensive. Well, New York's not much cheaper. But where's the trust question in there?
maybe I'm in Florida, so I want to take my time with that. If we got Alan coming in here, maybe we'll do Alan and then Andy, I'm going to get into what you have to say, okay?
Very good. Welcome, Alan.
Hey. All right, Alan. Congratulations, first of all. Whoa. Y'all must be like freaked out in a really great way, huh?
Yeah, a little bit. Can you guys hear me?
Yep. Sounds
cool.
good.
All right. Cool. Yeah, no, it's great. It was I don't know. It's just a weird feeling. It's tough to describe, but it's great. And it's just tough to describe, but I want to just show some proof just so people, who maybe aren't joined in yet, they can, have more incentive and more confidence and stuff. So here's a trust, right? This is the trust that was used to apply for the property tax exemption.
Christian Point Trust. I like that.
Yeah. And that's, naming the trust, just do it how John describes. Just follow the instructions, okay? When you buy the bundle and do everything, just follow the instructions and search in the classroom for other people doing similar work, because they have a lot of good things to add. Like Dee and others have like really good information that you can apply and have success with. So that was one thing that's really helpful is the classroom. No other place has that either. No other place has the classroom and the testimonials. And here's there we got it signed up with God. All right, so we're all booked in with Jesus Christ. This is like the sign-up sheet for heaven. Okay, so that's one way to look at it. But that's the trust that we use. And then here is the proof. Okay, so let me just make it so people can see approval, and then the trust name there. Whoops. Okay, there we go. Approval, trust name, and then specifically, it's a trust established for the benefit of religion. It's a religious trust. Okay, so they identified this as a religious trust that's exempt from ad valorem taxation, and that's in South Carolina. But and that's that should help people have confidence that it's not just exempt from all other tax, it's everything. It's just exempt. It's like it works great, 100% of the time. It's awesome stuff. So that's I want people to see that proof, because people shouldn't be afraid of anything. Honestly, when you sign on with God, you just I'm just going to pray in Jesus Christ's name that all your fear goes away right now when you see that. Because I talked with the Department of Revenue for a long time and, worked with this kind of with them back and forth. And that all that's in the classroom too. You can see all that proof, but you have nothing to worry about. All right. Just be happy. Don't worry, be happy, and just do your best because God will step in when the time is right. Okay. That's just what happens. Every time God steps in, nothing happens without God saying yay or nay. Okay. So if something's not going your way, that's God's fault too. If something does go your way, that's God's fault too. So just thank God for everything at all times.
Yeah, and I love the outcome, Allie. You're so detailed. He took the time to create documents to show, affiliation. They were like, well, what religious organization are you affiliated with? That's just, and that could be an issue with some approvals for tax exemptions. So
Right.
Alan took the time to create those documents. I went through them with him and was able to give them what they wanted. It can be a process that they don't really necessarily go for easily, but you can give them the proper documents. We have them for you. And then you're going to have your prayers go along with it. It's a funny thing that one doesn't work on its own. You need to do them both, and sometimes you even need to literally send your prayers to them in written form to prove to them, I suppose, that you are who you are and that it was granted. So they absolutely stonewalled as hard as they ever have anyone ever doing this. So they really tested your mettle and tested your love for God and your ability to make the documents they needed. And wasn't one thing left out for you all. It's really amazing how ridiculous they tested you, but you came through with flying colors with a piece of paper. I'm really happy for you, Alan. Your whole family, which is all trustees, are your trust, and so they're all equally equal. Congratulations to everyone, but Alan's been the lead guy doing it and the documents and responding to them and all that kind of stuff. So.
Yeah, and I mean, I really encourage people to check out JesusChristTrust.net and join in on Sundays because you can't really. I couldn't have done this without just learning everything that John has revealed over there. It's very, very, very important. I mean, I can't stress it enough. It's crucial. It's crucial to your success. Okay, so just tune in, listen. Take it one step, one day at a time. Don't worry, be happy, and do your best with digesting all this information because it is a lot. So you don't want to shatter, but you gotta take some of this information in, and then yeah, like with God's help, you can apply it. And John's there 100% of the time to give you like whatever help you need. He just wants to see everybody have success, and that's what I'm seeing in the classroom is just a lot of people having success. Doesn't mean you won't have a couple difficulties, but in the end, when you give it to God, you will succeed. I mean, God always wins. So,
and that's what happens when you're like, oh, okay, this what tax free? What all the money? You sign up, and then you're like, wait, I signed with God, and then so at some point, guess what's going to happen? You're going to find out God is real directly yourself as an individual. Whoever signed on with the trust, like I used to say when I gave this out. God always wins, right? That's true. But I used to say when I hand out this trust, I'll be like, you'll be given an individualized miracle. And then I used to say, you'll be given an individualized miracle within 24 hours. And I was like, the whole thing is just this journey of a nonstop miracle. It's just really, I just leave the whole thing out now. I was like, oh, it's going to happen. So, you signed up. That's what's going to happen. It's like, the opposite team, the God we trust, they started with the devil, and it's like, well, you knew something bad was going to happen at the end. You know what I mean? Like you sign up and you know what's going to happen over there. And so that's what happens over here. That's why my work, copyrighted work, I mean, everybody's on the other team pretty much. So they're out there stealing it, trying to sell all this stuff out there and making it really basically not work because I'm the first one that came through with it. And so if you do listen to spiritual work, they go together and off you advance. You're protected by God and all the things you're trying to do works, and you sleep better at night, and the children are watched over. The whole thing goes together. It's wonderful when you find out, oh wait, that isn't just talk. That's true. What I was expecting something, but it's never what you're expecting, So
It's
that's
very,
great.
very real stuff. And like John's, you're not going to get the same level of help and service at anywhere. Nobody else has this information or the level of proof and everything. Like nobody has that. And they're going to leave. If you go elsewhere, you're going to find yourself just in utter despair. Like you're gonna come back. All right, I don't know how else to put it, but just don't go. Don't leave the train to God. You're on just stay on the train. Don't get off at the station. Okay, so just keep your focus here with Liberty Aid because they got all the tools, all the techniques, and all the spiritual equipment to help you succeed and go home to where you belong. Okay, you got to get back with God. So that's what we're trying to do here.
Alan, I have since you jumped in, I got some questions for you.
Yeah.
What was it that you wanted to achieve by opening the trust? What was I was doing real estate and I was getting these real estate commissions and I was like, oh, if I start funneling it into the trust, the whole write-offs and writing off my mileage and doing all that stuff, I was like, I can push it in that direction. I mean, that was my goal. Did you have a project or something that you were looking to do? And that's why you came this way?
So what? All right. Yeah. All right. This is another crazy story because, I actually had accidentally hooked up my soul with the devil and I needed a way out. And when I found out that that's what happened, I was just like at the lowest of low points. And then somebody, had mentioned John's name and it took 3 times for me to hear it. Like they said his name and on the 3rd time, I'm like, okay. I typed him in YouTube. I'm like, who are you? And he was doing a live on that very day. It was one of the few years ago. And it was one of his trust crash course lives.
Yep.
And right when I popped in within a couple minutes, he's like, this will get your soul hooked up with Jesus Christ. I'm like, oh, I need that. That's all I wanted when I started it. All right.
Right.
I knew my soul wasn't hooked up with Jesus Christ. So I'm like, this is a problem. And then God's just like, here, go here. And it was crazy because the person who referenced it, I mean, whoever that fairy was, they're not even doing this work. And I'm like, they just did their job by telling me apparently.
Right.
So it was crazy because the only real reason I had originally found John is because I needed to get my soul hooked up with Jesus Christ, the right guy. Okay. And then after that, I continued listening in. And basically was like, whoa, you can do all this stuff too. There's no reporting. There's no, it's already automatically exempt. And I just started researching everything. I'm like, oh my goodness, this is and I know the trust inside and out. I've probably read it 1,000 times. It's it's the most perfect document you could ever imagine. I mean, everything written into it. I've dissected that thing countless times. And every time I read it, there's more and more where I'm like, that's so perfect. And that makes so much sense. And I could go into I could spend the rest of my life talking about this thing, honestly.
Yeah.
But
you should come on more regular, man. We'd like to have you on here regular. It'd be great to hear from you because you do have just, we traveled to India together. So your spiritual side is so incredibly deep. It's ridiculous, but it's matched to your prowess in all the other parts as well. So yeah, you want to come on again. You can talk about it.
Yeah.
It'd be great to have you anytime, man.
Well, stay right there. I'm going to bring in Nico has some questions, and if you want to add into it, the more the merrier, as they say.
Yeah.
There's Nico. Hello, sir.
All right, Nico. Yeah. All right. Sizes, symbols, huh? Okay.
There's just peace sign.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I was just curious. Basically, I've been really interested in the idea of your trust for a long time, but I'm having trouble, I guess, knowing even what questions to ask. I have a couple I will ask, but I think partially the issue is because I'm not a lawyer. It's hard for me to cross-examine the legality of this for example, and really get a solid understanding myself, so that I'm not just taking your word for it. As much as I would like to do that, with something like this, it's not, you never hear anything like this as being viable outside of this forum.
Well, we first of all, let me just answer what you brought up. We have more proof than the rest of the human population combined. We have almost 100 testimonials now of individuals that put up their documents or proof, not just mine. So mine and almost 100 testimonials, and the two people that are on here right now, they have the physical documents of proof. No one else that opens a trust, you can't see any proof of any of their clients or students or their own proof. So that's the only yardstick you should ever use in anything in life. Where's your proof that you can do what you say? And this is the only place that has it. Go look. Just go look for that. Use proof, and then that will guide your way easily. You see what I'm saying? No lawyer, no nothing. Just look for proof of outcomes.
Sure. Yeah, I've actually watched all the testimonials on your website. I think
Congratulations, man.
there were maybe 8 or 9 or so that I have seen, and yeah, for some reason I feel like I feel quite discerning as a person, and so I'm just trying to get like some kind of rock solid evidence that basically I won't be losing $2,500.
Well, like I say, you maybe there's a testimonial thing. You went, oh, let me watch the testimonials. But I'm saying, if you instead search our channel and say testimonial, you'll see like 100, not 9. Okay, so if that's a measure of truth, which testimonials with the proof of the documents is the only measure of truth you're going to get. So, watch more. Then you follow me.
I'll give you the
solid evidence. We have it.
I'll give you the 30-second version of mine. Was I've been a realtor, licensed realtor for over 30 years, and with an S corporation set up by a lawyer. And I did all the, had an accountant, did all the kind of business that I need. And then once I found this, and, it took me a while to make a purchase, and I was doing all my research and the homework and all this kind of stuff. And there was many reasons why, you want to do that. But then I opened the trust, which is another legal document, just like an LLC or an S corp or this trust. And when I gave that to the bank, they sent it to their lawyers, and they approved my bank account. And then I gave my bank account to my broker, and I said, this is who gets paid when I do a deal. And this years ago was the first one I did, and that money went all into the trust. No, I did not claim or do anything, and no one's knocked on my door since that happened. So everyone involved understood what was going on, and like I said, I'm here every Thursday night, and we're broadcasting. So there's been no repercussions with anything that I've done.
Thank you, Chip. Another good one to watch testimony is Roxy Wright. Her family is contractors with the federal government, doing multi-million-dollar land reclamation of landfills. And so, they're working with the government with this trust. You follow me? As she says, she's the first woman ever to get the license to do that level of land reclamation. We have so much proof. It's ridiculous. But now, if you have a dollar bill, what does it say on it? In God we trust. It's a trust. See, we being the devil. And so they made it legal. You follow me? I'm an accountant. I'm an auditor. I'm like, okay, there's a legal route you use. I went and looked it up. It's registered because they have credit. So you got we trust /USA Inc. Meaning it has a DBA / registered there on Dun & Bradstreet. Go look it up in Pennsylvania. It'll pop right up. And I have the link. So, what I did was like, oh, you could do it, right? You all can sign up with the devil. Okay, that means it can be done. So, and that's why the devil sat next to me at Chase Bank and offered me $485 million cash not to open it. when I did it. But I'm like, no, thank you. And so I'm just saying the spiritual side is wrapped up with the financial side, and then it's really there's no blowback from it. Sometimes there might be slower motion forward progress, and like for Alan, but it accomplished in the end. So, but opening a bank account is no problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, doing your money and stuff is no problem.
And real quick, you're talking about like lawyers and stuff. When I got like with the property tax exemption, my family and I, you don't need a lawyer for anything with this. You just don't. And they can't really help you with this because only God can help you, to be quite honest. So, I mean, a lawyer would never even be able to really do this, honestly.
But I guess, so I hear what you're saying. I guess the thing is, like, the repercussion of this not being as watertight legal as we hope it is from the outside looking in is that there's potential, like, tax fraud, basically the government coming after you for tax fraud. And so
that's
it would be important to be able to have a lawyer to come in it would just be so helpful if even one of the testimonials is like, hey, I'm a financial lawyer or a trust lawyer. I know the law A to Z, and this is watertight, and this is why. But all of the testimonials that I'm seeing are kind of like people where it just seems like I got it, and I took it to Wells Fargo, and it worked out, and I'm very happy. And I'm like, I don't. It feels vague and kind of unsettling in terms of quenching the doubt about this, just as an honest reflection.
No, I hear you. And because of this, I got accepted to law school today, actually, and we'll be starting doing it online. Not because you need a lawyer involved in this, because of your and everyone else's alive Stockholm syndrome. You have Stockholm syndrome. In other words, you think a lawyer is there to help you or has any information that can be useful to anyone, which they don't. They're there to screw everyone over. They have no proof they've ever helped anyone in their entire life, and neither does an accountant. In fact, they have proof they take your money, right? Everyone has to write giant checks to them and get proof. Like they sent all this money, but you have no proof of outcome. Everyone gets out, well, I settled for, in other words, I got screwed over like this. That's what a lawyer's for. And so, but I'll go get a law degree because of, you're identifying with your enslavers. You know what I'm saying? Because that's common. Like it's ubiquitous, really, that everyone has your fear. We're programmed to not accept truth, not accept proof, and just accept our inner fear that has been programmed into us since we've been born. Sadly, so yeah, I'm gonna go to law school because 100 testimonials no good. It's just people. What? Who are you? You know what I mean? To say that people are they don't meet my yardstick. No, not people. You follow me? Because you're not a lawyer, so it's not like it needs to work for lawyers. It needs to work for the regular people, and that's who we are here, including you. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, and I'm not saying it needs to work for a lawyer. I'm just saying it would be helpful from the outside looking in to have a lawyer be like, yes, this is watertight, because there's some cases where lawyers are useful. They keep people out of jail or win cases or help people, set up.
They never keep you out of jail. They never keep you out of jail. They make a deal with the judge to put you in jail. I know that.
Like a defense attorney, if you win the case, for example, you stay out of jail, right? We can't put a blanket statement that like lawyers are unhelpful. If anything, that makes it seem.
Sure, we can.
Yeah.
We can, especially because before I've initiated almost 50 court cases myself, and before I had that, I had 36 months in a row of criminal. So, for like 1 gram of weed. And so, but I fought it spiritually until I came out the other side. Yeah, no, lawyers are not helpful for anyone. Absolutely not. No, that's impossible. And so that's why this is super important, because you never want to have to deal with a lawyer. You can't trust them. They have no proof. You follow me? But because, you're concerned about that proof isn't good enough, I'm going to take the time to go to law school, which will, of course, when I remember back in the 90s when I lived in Taos, New Mexico, I actually had, the devil come up to me one night and said, "Hey, you can sign up with a lawyer. I got a trust." It happened to me. His name was Merlin. That was the name of my cat that just jumped out of here. And the price was 75 grand then. So, once I get my law degree, it's going to be a completely different price point. You follow me? Because you would expect that, right? You would expect it. So I understand what you're saying. But
Yeah, I hope you guys know I'm not trying to. I'm coming with these questions from the perspective of like I would like to buy this trust. I just want to know that I'm making a responsible decision. And actually, what I would like to hear you guys speak to this because what I'm actually finding is when I search like reviews of Liberty Aid Academy. I don't know if you guys can see this chat, for example. This is in the private chat, but
they stole John's work. If you look at their testimonials, those are taken from Liberty Aid Academy and edited out his name.
I'm not showing links to testimonials or other. I'm showing.
No, I know. I'm talking about what you just posted. I can see it.
Yeah. Which one are you looking at? Are you looking at the private wealth?
Yeah. They stole
my copyrighted work, a previous employee of mine. That's right.
They stole everything. I have
go do better investigation.
Testimonials.
Okay, and then what about the second link?
I don't know.
Okay.
But I'll tell you this: when I was getting property tax exemption, I spoke with a Department of Revenue lawyer, and I have it recorded, and they acknowledge that it is a 501c3 organization. I have that recorded. Maybe I'll post that in the classroom.
I'll just say that people can come up with. I mean, you're not doing something right unless you have some haters. That stuff's out there and proven. No one's perfect, right? And somebody's going to be upset about it. But you're obviously not getting out there unless you've attracted these people to try and pull you down. Those sites that you gave there are basically angry sites, and or the other one is the guy trying to sell you a different course. So, when you take it with the grain of salt that he says, don't do this, this is wrong, and buy mine, you have to say, well, what is that? What's that all about? The other one is just an angry review site. The whole thing is built on, people who are angry about it.
Yeah, let me just say it this way. You'll be back. I don't care. Go get their stuff. You'll be back. What am I gonna say? I actually don't even want to talk about it no more because you'll be back. You'll get totally screwed over by anyone else, and you'll be back. That's all. Just go find out, man. You want to accept truth? Just go get the cheaper model or whatever you think, and everyone is returns. So it's okay. Don't accept proof. It's all good, man.
Yeah, I'm not interested. Like, I would ideally like to go with the trust you're selling, assuming that it is what you're saying it is. I guess it's just, if I can give my honest reflection, it's like, if I bring up, I would like a lawyer, for example, to be able to corroborate that what you're saying is true. And then the response that I'm getting is that all lawyers are bad, which that statement to me is nonsensical because they wouldn't exist if they were all bad. And I have use cases. We have a family lawyer who's an amazing person who's helped us set up our own family trust, who's helped us, in so many ways. And so if the response is just like all lawyers are bad, you don't need a lawyer. And then I'm hearing stories of like you physically talking to the devil and him offering you money and things of that nature. Like,
this is a Christian loophole. That's what I'm saying.
Do you recognize like how to the average person, especially someone who may not be religious,
don't want the average person.
That comes across.
Just want people that accept truth and proof, that have proof. Like your lawyer has no proof they helped anyone. You haven't used that trust to the end game that you think is going to happen yet. So you have no proof that they helped you whatsoever. It's not a 501c3 organization. You're still having to pay taxes. If you use this way, you would. So the lawyer screwed you over. So they already did, but you haven't been able to see it because you identify with your enslavers. You have Stockholm syndrome. So just let it play out, dude. It's fine. I got plenty of students. Just off you go, man. You will see. Everyone gets burned by the devil and comes back. You will see. In fact, I'll say a prayer for you in the name of Jesus Christ that you know, have that happen shortly, and so you'll be back soon. You follow me? I'll give you an individualized miracle so you don't know the devil is real. You'll get to know that in the next week. There you go. And we'll see you soon. Okay? And honestly, I get where you're coming from. You don't understand reality, but you will soon. It's okay, man.
I guess, like, I think it would be helpful to a lot of people who might be watching this, who perhaps aren't coming from a religious frame of reference coming into this. They just purely
This is
want
a
the
Christian
tax.
loophole.
But
It's a
that's what it
Christian
is. It
loophole.
is a
And-
religious
and-
Christian loophole.
And it could benefit someone who has no religious background. They just
No,
want the tax benefit.
it cannot benefit you. You don't know the devil's real. You think religion is fake. Can't benefit you. Off you go. No, it's a Christian loophole. That's what it is. They worship the devil. We trust is right on your dollar bill. You're a slave of the devil, like everyone that has a birth certificate. Period. Off you go. You follow me? Stay with the devil. What's it doing on the dollar bill? It's a trust.
Are you
They
saying
operate a
that, for
trust.
example, if an atheist, for example, bought your trust and ran their business through it, would it not benefit them? Is that what you're saying?
No, they would definitely benefit from having the spiritual outcome. Oh, I'm the side with Jesus Christ. You don't think it's real? What will happen is you will find out it's real. God will make that reality for you. You follow me?
Right, because there's also, like, if what you're saying is true, there's also there's legal weight to there's legal power to this document. So whether or not you believe in God, for example, the trust will still protect you from taxation. That's the idea.
Of course.
Yeah. Oh,
Start
right.
everyone in the bottom chakra because that's where everyone is. You follow me? And eventually you sign up with God. So you're going to find out the rest is true. Yes, you get all that benefits right away. But what happens? I'm just
Right.
trying to let you know. So you're like, okay, I wasn't expecting this. Well, you're going to expect it because I was very clear about telling you what's going to happen. You're going to find out God is real. The other side is real. But yes, the taxation, it's a Christian loophole. But here's the thing. Other places that say they're doing the same thing and it's not a Christian loophole, there's going to be problems for you. Do you see what I'm saying? Because they worship the devil, the government. In God we trust. Every nation, every currency is tied to the dollar. So every country is basically a slave plantation with the devil. You follow me? So they all think it's real. All governments think what I'm saying is real. Every single government operates this way. You follow me? So they all think it's real. You don't think it's real. That's okay. You can sign up and God will prove it that God is real to you. It's fine. Any atheist can sign up. Go look at Casey. What's his last name? Right. I went to India with him. Casey. Anyway, his first name is Kescasey. Can't think of his last name right now, but he was an atheist when he signed up. He freely says that in his testimony. I absolutely was an atheist when I signed up with this, and he's, and a lot happens since then. So yeah, it totally works for an atheist. No problem. I'm just trying to not wind you up and not give you a hard time for being atheist. I'm trying to prepare you for your spiritual journey, which would happen when that ink hits the document. You follow?
Yeah, I do follow. I'm actually personally, I'm not even an atheist. I'm trying to create a logical through line here,
Yeah.
which is that, like you said, and if I can just finish this thought before you jump in, if like you said, the document, whether or not someone believes in God, it holds legal weight and provides tax benefits, right? So someone who is trained in tax law, for example,
Like
should
an
be,
accountant, like me. I'm an accountant.
okay, so but also ideally someone who is not you, since you're selling it. So there would be a kind of a clear conflict of interest if it is you. If there was someone outside of you who could look at it, who has studied tax law, and says can corroborate this document absolutely holds weight, and here is why, that would just frankly help you sell a lot more of these trusts. But that aside, for me personally, it would create so much trust, no pun intended, to be, you holding up the document doesn't mean anything to me because it's not, because you're not a tax lawyer, right? So like
Right.
that document,
Well,
like,
let
it
me just
doesn't-
put it simply that this document puts those tax accountants out of business. I do not
Well,
need their services. So why would they
let me
endorse
just
something
say something.
that
Let me
takes them
just
out
say
of the loop?
You're right. You're right. But let me just say something. You don't get your tax approval from a lawyer. You get it from the government. So the government piece of paper saying that it works. That's the only people that matter, not lawyers, because they don't provide. You apply for, right. Oh, I'm going to apply at the county level for real estate tax exemption. Well, the proof that the government accepts it's all that matters, right? So 501c3 organization without application says South Carolina County, says all these other states and counties and everyone says, get the EIN, all that stuff. You want the information from the government. That's who you want it from. You want it from the banks. Nothing. Go look up Jaron's testimony, Jaron. It's about 2 years ago. He got sued. He, i.e., his corporate person, got sued, and they came after his money. That he had Jaron last name trust at Chase, and he, his person got a judgment. And they write. He shows every document, and they write and say, oh, hey, we understand Jaron has a bank account there at Chase Bank, and we want his money. And Chase, on his, the next one document is like, no, he doesn't. They're like, no, he doesn't have an account here. He has a trust account. They didn't say that. Like, nope, sorry. So a lawyer tries to get you outcomes from the government, right? You don't want to need a lawyer to get outcomes from the government. You want to be able to get the outcomes from the government with just you do it, and that's it. Oh, hey, I opened up my bank account, and the government came looking for my money, and there's a judgment on my person, and nothing happened. That's the proof that you want, not a lawyer saying, oh, no, you're good to go or you're bad to go. That doesn't help anyone. You follow me?
Yeah, I do. I totally follow you. And my hope is just that there would be some way like that. For example, when I booked a call with the nice lady who takes calls for your company, there were a lot of questions that she wasn't able to answer for me. And I would love to be able to sit down with someone on Zoom, for example.
Pay money. You can get the concierge. It's $2,000. You can pay money to get a lawyer. We have a concierge program. You get be on Zoom. Pay money. Pay money if you want to take up our time. That's what you do with a lawyer. So pay money.
I guess because you're offering a fairly high ticket product, which is $2,500 in and of itself, I would ideally not want to pay $2,000 to decide if it's a good idea to pay $2.5 more grand.
You'll be back. It's okay. You'll be back. You'll get screwed over by someone else, and then you'll be back. That's fine, man. Don't do consults. No way I do. This is it. You're having a consult now. You see what I'm saying? You're showing proven documents. You got live testimonials from 3 people. It's not good enough for you. It's okay. Whatever.
You can
have a lawyer. You're allowed to bring it to any lawyer you want.
Yeah, you can
see what they say, and you can pay them for their opinion.
I don't have the trust document to show them, though, right? I would have to buy the document.
That's right, and then you can bring it to a lawyer, no problem.
And then
if you ask the lawyer for a trust, he would charge you to do that.
Yeah,
but you see what I mean? If it's like you buy it and then you take it to them, and they're like, actually, there's some flaws here that could make you liable for tax fraud. Then all of a sudden I lost $2,500. Where
you just got lied to with no proof. All that happened is you got lied to, and they're in place with a license, not able to give out this trust because they're going to lie about it. So no, that wouldn't be what's happening at all. You
what
would
if they're just looking at it in good faith?
That's what happened.
What if because we have a family lawyer who's also a personally good friend, like a beautiful hearted person. If she looked at it and she was like, I'm genuinely concerned about these issues because I care about your well-being, it's not like she's trying to lie.
I have that same situation.
Stay out of my life.
It doesn't matter. I have that same situation. No There's a lawyer in my family, and they said the same thing, but I have more proof than them. They're just afraid. They have fear. It's like, look, just you have to remove the fear.
So then, if you do, like,
It's,
why
it's
would
like
there?
walking into a real estate office and saying, "Hey, I want to sell my house by myself." How many people in that real estate office are going to agree with you? They're just not going to. They just don't want to do it because they're paid, they're licensed to sell houses. They're going to say, "Oh, that's wrong. You can do it. Can it be done?" Your lawyer friend would say, "You can do this, but you're not going to get as much for your house than as you would with somebody else." I mean, that's their job. They're
You're
in
saying you want to.
an association.
Thank you, Tim. You're saying the dog in the game that has, their teeth on your bone, right? They're going to say, yo, yeah, use his trust so you don't need lawyers no more. How are they going to make any money off your family anymore? What are you talking about? It don't make any sense.
There are also people out there that have enough money who just want to do right by someone, who don't care about the extra dollar and just want to be helpful, like, because they have a good relationship with us. You know what I mean?
Well, it ain't you because
Okay.
you're not paying $2,500. That certainly is not you.
I'll
Don't
give
put
you
yourself in that
one
box.
more quick example. You know what the number one killer of people in, I don't know if John, you're not going to want to weigh in on this one, but the number one killer of people in America, what is it? It's not cancer, it's not heart attack, it's doctor error. So you want to go trust a doctor and get a second opinion and all that kind of stuff. I mean, the number one cause of death is doctor error. So there's 100 ways to look at these things, legal things, medical things. You have to have faith and believe in it, buy the trust, and use it.
But
And
you don't
that's
need
what
no
I
faith.
did.
You got proof.
Yeah.
No one
So
has proof. Your lawyer doesn't have anything that they've done for themselves that they're posting on the internet of proof of their outcome. They don't have it. They're cowards, total cowards, and liars and thieves. That's all they have proof of. Why aren't you posting your proof of testimonials of your clients? Why aren't you doing your own work and putting it out on the internet? If they care about people so much, why don't they do that? Why isn't your lawyer doing that? Why? They don't care about people. They have the proof by their lack of proof.
I would say, look, we could go around in a loop, all night. But if you find a lawyer that gives you proof that this doesn't work, come back. I'd love to talk to you about it. But
Yeah.
you're not gonna find a lawyer that gives you the proof that
I got some other
ruins
things
this.
I got to go over on the show. Let's just bump them.
Yeah.
Thank you for your questions. It was nice to have you. I appreciate it, Alan, but I have to go over a couple of things and Tim has to get on his way. This is the answer. You'll get screwed over by somebody else, so you'll be back. Everyone comes back. So it's okay, man. We got the proof. If you want it, anyone go watch their testimonials. Almost 100 and my own. Lawyers don't have that. Not one single lawyer, no other accountant. Nope, they don't have it. So thank you for coming on the show. See ya.
Thanks for chatting, guys. I hope we can talk again sometime soon and clarify further.
Very good.
So a couple of things here I want to add at the end, and because Tim's got to jump out of here real quick. And so we did a price rollback because the Trump wall went up and we became invisible. And guess what? I started putting death prayers like Alan did to get his thing passed on every video. I started to do every single one of our videos. I put it up there. To anyone removing comments, I gave him the death prayer. That's what I did. And so we had to do the work. Tammy did all this work to get us visible and get our attic house open and stuff. That had to happen, like Alan had to do his work, but also I did the prayers too. And so we were able to get visible again. I could actually see it on my phone and stuff, our videos and stuff. So we became visible again. We're getting traffic again. So instead of having to charge more, we're able to now dial it back to where we were at $2,500, like he was saying. So thank God for that. I just want to let everyone know, so the Trump Millionaire course gets 50% off. Instead of getting $750, you'll be able to get like $375, $370 for it. And so that'll go through to a 50% off link. And that course, Tammy's going to be sending out new courses the next couple of days to everyone that got one with a link that goes to $375 off to $2,500. So that reduced by 50%. So we're sorting that out. Just, some housekeeping things that people need to know that's going on. And I went over the YouTube thing, switched from the mentor program to mentorship because it went from 49 to 99. So those things happen. I just wanted to say those. Yeah, the reason you want to, like I was saying, we're doing black swan, white swan. We're starting a black swan now. Hey, I don't want to rule out recession. Okay, well, you get your credit report correct to get EIDL, PPP, whatever's next. Like, get on and do that stuff. I got some other really good videos up too since we switched, so I want you to see that. Oh, that's good. I wanted Alan's on my list here, and Alan's here. That's great. I wanted to talk about Alan's whole thing, and he's here telling it himself. Fantastic. So, no, everyone, it was great to have someone on that doesn't accept proof. It's really scary in America to have someone on here that says, "No, I want to listen to a lawyer because of a lawyer," and they don't have any reason to listen to a lawyer other tang Stockholm syndrome. They've been charging our family, which has a bunch of
There you go.
everything. Oh, there she is. Oh, this is the first time we get to see her. Oh, hey there. Oh my goodness. What a happy little lady. Oh,
Yeah.
Hey there.
Hi.
She'll see you soon.
Yeah.
How are
Just had
you?
to steal the show with cuteness.
That is a straight feeler right there. Showstopper. Looking forward to see you all soon. She is a one little cutie. I'm so happy for y'all. It's nice to have your home watched over, and the government send you a piece of paper, that your home is a sanctuary for God, and you just had a baby. You know what I'm saying? And Al was saying it's hard to describe, but it freaks you out so much in a good way. It's not even possible to describe that your home is now being watched over, your family, your children. It's hard to put into words. It is. I'm very happy for you all. Thanks for sharing your little lady off tonight. It was very nice of you to show Lenore. Lenore, the new little lady in the clan.
Yeah, thank you.
Love you, little lady. Oh, what a happy family. Allie, Reagan, Lenore. Oh, what a lovely family. And this isn't good enough proof for people. You know what I'm saying? Like, happy family.
Ask the lawyer. Me too. I have so much more that I could go over. There's just not enough time in one video. It's the amount of success that this trust has created for myself, my family, and others is unheard. It's profound. You're never going to get it anywhere else. So I highly recommend everybody.
Oh, you guys! Hey, you agree? Okay. Hey, Jim has another gig that he really has to do at 8:00. So Alex, come back next week, everyone. Get the trust. I don't want to have to up the price again. I don't think the Trump wall is going on, but get on. If you don't get the trust, I can't help you. Okay, so thank you, Tim Judge. If you need a realtor, you want to use Tim. He can help you in all 50 states. Okay, so thank you both for being on the show. God bless you both and everyone listening out there. And listen, God, give Nico the miracle he needs to see the devil is real this week, please. Let's all pray for that to happen. Which is a sad thing, but then he'll be back. Okay. All right, everyone. See you next Thursday.
See you next week, everybody.
Thank you.